Hello, and welcome everyone to today's Daily Dose of the Divine live here on YouTube. My name is Lisa Lyle. This is my channel. Welcome to all those coming back home, and a very warm welcome to those who have just arrived. Just give me a second here. I'm trying to light this little bit of Palo Santo. If you're new, please do take a moment to subscribe to the channel. That will get you entered into a monthly draw. Next one taking place July 27th. And still, I have not heard from this fine lady to claim her summer solstice energy forecast. She was the winner of the first draw. You will also be entered into the draw if you are a current subscriber and you comment on any video. Every time you comment, your name will be entered into the draw. My little crown of names is growing by the day, and I'm grateful. So thank you so much. So we're just going to continue from yesterday because it was really, really beautiful when I got off the live yesterday. So if you were here yesterday, or if you've watched yesterday, July 2nd's Daily Dose of the Divine, at the end, I revealed two cards that had been mixed in with the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck. And I'm not sure if you noticed during that live, but there were also three other cards face up in there from the Angels of Atlantis Oracle. And I just kind of threw them aside because I'm like, that's too much. It's not really for this message. And then as soon as I was done the live yesterday, I was told, look at those cards. And I did. And I was like, oh my gosh, they were intended for the live. And so that's where we're going to go today. I'm just going to take a drink of water here. So I hope you're all doing okay. And so let's get into these messages for this time. And we've got Metatron and Sandalphon, who are believed to have once been mortal men. Enoch and what's the other one? It was 222 there. I can't think of it right now. And yet Archangel Metatron is the archangel of sacred geometry, the archangel who works closely with children, and we are all children. And so years ago, when I was introduced to the energy of Archangel Metatron, it was when I was really, I was a younger mother to a younger child. As well, I was really getting all these messages about us being the Merkabah, so us being the vessel of light in the flesh. And this is really just continuing on that message, and particularly the message that was coming through yesterday about standing in our own power, standing on our own 2 feet, courageously going for what we know to be right and true for us. Like, nobody else knows what's right and true for me, for you, right? We know. And so it's about us finding the courage within to follow and trust that innate wisdom that is growing day by day. And this is going to help us move forward into our power. And remember, we were told yesterday, it's time for us to move forward with confidence. So trust the innate wisdom within. And this is about understanding that we are all in the midst of these huge planetary cycles that are affecting us all. And then we are in the midst of our own personal cycles, right? We may be in motherhood. We may be moving into that crone wisdom. We're all at different stages and phases of our soul's evolutionary process, which is taking place within us, the human in flesh. So knowing that it's less knowing and more about honoring. Hello, 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 Jennifer. Thanks so much for being here. This is more about us honoring our unique processes and our unique cycles. And many of us are wrapping up these huge karmic cycles that we've been working within for the entirety of this lifetime in skin. So, I do feel that there's a call here for more reverence of the day, like a more of an honoring of the secular nature of the day. Like the sun rises, we rise with the sun, and we shine with the sun, and we do what we need, and then the sun sets. And as the sun sets, this is where we're going more within, more into that rest energy. And then the final card was Uriel, abundance. Abundance is our birthright. I'm sure I said that multiple times yesterday. And we are moving into this cycle of abundance because we are the gateway. We are the floodgate of abundance in this lifetime. So trusting that as you continue to follow that innate wisdom, as you continue to follow the divine that guides within, you are really magnetizing the abundance that's your birthright into your experience. And that can be challenging for those of us who have spent a lifetime in this kind of survival energy, right? It's making the shift, and the shift happens in each and every moment when we have a particular thought. It's like that quick reflex. Is this thought positive and supportive to where we are heading and where we want to go, or is this thought something that's hindering our forward movement, kind of like a noose around the neck, or the burdens that we carry around? It's time to release and let go of the burdens that have felt heavy. So let's just get a card or two from here. The goddess of strength. Absolutely. And that is a continuation of that message yesterday that was coming through about having courage. It was one of the live card pulls we pulled, and it was Bread. She received the Cougar card. And this is about, and there's Rex and Luna. This is about standing on our own 2 feet. And you'll notice today again, I was really guided to stand, because this is about us grounding our energy down. And this is going to help us feel present in the moment, right? And not out here somewhere, or not back there somewhere. What's the good of that when we're standing right here? And here is where we find the most ease and the most peace. So you are strong. Be bold, be courageous, go for it. What's the worst that could happen? If you reach for the stars, and you're going to land amongst the stars, right? And it says, stand up for what you believe. You will gain respect by holding your ground. And remember the message that came through the other day? On the other side of beliefs lives our truth. Yes, and you are strong. And that's it. Let's call in all those who love us unconditionally, all those connected to an eternally loving source. Call your support team in, because we're all surrounded by legions of light who want to support us in claiming our divine birthright. And yet many of us never ask for the help we need, right? It's almost, it feels in some ways as if the ego is keeping us from going for what we want. And of course, that is how those lower vibratory energies work, right? And then we have the angel of vision. Someone is not revealing a part of the story. Trust your feelings over what they say. Absolutely. I went through recently the biggest bamboozle of my experience thus far. And, and it was, I knew the whole way along, I had a feeling, right? I asked direct questions. I asked, and was received answers that were lies right to my face. And when everything was eventually revealed, back around the time of the Pisces new moon on March 10th, when the revelations came forth, the whole process of going through the emotions of knowing that someone that you care about, someone that you have love for, just spent a lot of time lying and deceiving you. And, on the other side of that comes the revelation that they weren't deceiving me. They've been deceiving themselves the whole way along. And so it's really important for us to trust what we know and trust the wisdom of the purity of our heart, that inner child essence that we all are. And we must clear the trauma below the heart so we can reestablish connection to that inner child essence. Okay, you two, that's enough. Rex, should I get the spray bottle? Just 1 second. I'm going to get the spray bottle so he leaves her alone. So trust your vision. And the more that you trust your vision, the more this brings you into that personal power center, the solar plexus chakra, right? The home of the inner sun, the inner fire, the gut instinct. Trust it, trust it, trust it. And let's just bring a little bit of gentleness into this. With the Ask the Angels. So if you have, I'm going to pull 3 cards from this deck. I've already pulled one. Actually, let's pull this one for all of us. And then for all of you here, whenever you're tuning in, just take a moment, 1, 2, or 3. And I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Ask the Angels Oracle, just to bring some gentleness into your experience today. For all of us, though, we've got this Justice card, Divine Justice, Archangel Samuel. This is, we've been talking about it for days. The Libran energy, justice being the fulcrum within the center of the scale. We are this, and justice is being served. And it may not look as we would expect it to look, and it's not up to us to serve justice to another soul, right? We're each at our own personal level of evolutionary growth, and it's really important that we honor that. And even, like this person in my life who spent a lot of time lying and hiding the truth of who they were, they went through a lot of effort to do that. And yet, on the other side of it, the anger is not really there. There's no anger because there's more, it's remembering the love and sending that person love, because forgive them for what they don't know. And remember, that forgiveness message came in strong yesterday. And even after the live yesterday, everywhere there was this message of forgiveness. Since my Wisdom of the Heart page was stolen from me on Facebook, and it's now called the Jennifer Lawrence fan page. But under all of that is my stuff. So this morning I spent a little bit of time going there and trying to, get my content from there and get it onto my computer. So because this is years of my life, 12 years of my life, I invested in that community, and I'm really at peace with it all at this point in time, because I feel like there's a message there, and it's a sign for this rebirth to bring something new to the surface. So I do have, I had started another page on Facebook years ago called Divine Consciousness Rising. So if you're on Facebook, go check that page out. I will drop a link in the comments down below. And I have put my Wisdom of the Heart cover up on that page. And, you know, I'm going to focus on growing that new energy, that new community, and trust that what is mine will be returned to me and restored in integrity. So, with all that being said, perhaps offer yourself a little forgiveness today. Give yourself a little hug, a pat on the back, acknowledge how far you have come, and be proud of what you have overcome. And so if you were guided to the number one, here is your, oh, divine love. We keep getting these same day after day after day. We continue to receive these same messages. This is the love of the higher self. This is the love of source. This is the love of God. This is the love of sacred union and partnerships. And we've got Archangel Shamuel twice already, the first two cards. And I'm not going to lie and stand here and say I know much about this angel. I don't. Perhaps you do, or perhaps it's an angel you want to look into, because I feel that obviously this angel is around you, and really I'm feeling encouraging you to show up for yourself, encouraging you to rest in the knowledge that you are loved, guided, supported, and protected each and every step of the way. So call on your angels today. If you were guided to number two, of course, Archangel Michael, clearing. Yes, let's clear all the BS away. Let's take charge of our sacred space again today. And remember, from days ago, it's arms outstretched. I don't know if I could turn around. Nah, not really with keeping my arms outstretched, but stretch your arms out wherever you are. Stretch your arms out. Relax your shoulders, let your shoulder blades slide down your back, and turn in a circle, and then turn in a circle the other way. That is the space you are responsible for. And Archangel Michael will help you take charge of that space. So calling on Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is the angel of truth and communication, and he wields that sword of light, cutting away any connections that really aren't supportive to us. And I love working with Archangel Michael in the shower. It may sound a little obscene. It's not really. But, you know, calling on him in the shower, and as the water's just washing over, really bringing in his light to cleanse my field, to cleanse any of the negative attachments that may have gotten into my field. And, you know, this is one thing I've learned in the last few days since the page has been stolen. I think it's 3 days now, is that, you know, we have to, in this time that we're living in, where there is a great fight for our consciousness, right? Because we are the children of light. We are incredibly powerful. And those who work against us understand that. It's those within the human collective that many that haven't yet figured out they are the PowerPoint in this game of life. And they are the ones here to break free from the cage that has been placed over top of us, so to speak. And so this working with Archangel Michael for all of us is incredibly important each and every day. 1818 there on the clock, as I said that. So really calling in Archangel Michael. If you're not familiar with his energy, ask him to show you a sign that he's present with you. And from there, once you've made that connection, from there, continue to grow that connection, because he is a fierce protector. And he works with those of us who are here on planetary missions as light workers in service to the greatest and highest good of humanity. And so he wants to help you. If you are watching this, you are a light worker. You are here for a great mission. And it's time if you haven't yet discovered what your mission is, it's time to begin to pull back the covers, to pull back the layers of that onion, get to the heal the trauma, so you can get to the purity of that child within that knows love wins and that is just here for a good time, not a long time. If you're Canadian, you know what I just referenced there. Wow. I'm going to look up a little bit on Archangel Chamuel and share that information tomorrow, because after Archangel Chamuel, we got for those of you that picked the third card, here we have Archangel Raphael. And Archangel Raphael and Archangel Michael work in tandem with those of us who are here on these planetary missions. If you feel like you have a mission, you do. It's up to you to discover what that mission is. And what I'm feeling here is many of you are natural born healers. And so health, emotional, mental, spiritual, physical, all begins at home, right? We're not going to have world peace and, all the children of the world as they deserve are not going to be fed and clothed and taken care of until we, the individual, wake up to this. These planetary disputes and things that are happening are not going to stop until all the mothers and fathers of the world stand up for their children and say, my child is not fighting for you. Go fight yourself. Go send your own children, right? And we can do this. I mean, it's simple. And this is why we need more women waking up and standing up, because it's up to us to shift it. Men have had their time. It is our time now. And we must rise, and we rise from the depths of our wounds. And, as deep as our wounds is as expansive as our light. Yes, Archangel Raphael and Michael have been working with me for years. And quite honestly, I believe that they were my imaginary friends, Opie and Annie, that I had way back when I was a young child. And everybody in my world knew that Opie and Annie were always with me. And it wasn't until later in life that I realized that Opie and Annie were Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael. They're guiding me even at that tender young age. And actually, they probably had more say in my life back then than they did as I moved up into my teenage years and then into young adulthood. So taking care of what's right in front of you to take care of, which is you. Taking care of Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of nefarious activity, Jennifer, on the planet, and we're all in the midst of incredibly nefarious stuff. And until we individually wake up and reclaim our power and understand that source resides within us each and every hour, these nefarious parasites are going to continue to do what they do because no one's standing up to them. They know the power that resides within me and you. They know how strong we are, and they have done everything to keep us down, and they've done a very good job thus far. And yet, the awakening is taking place each and every day, and it's within us and our daily experience that we break free from the restrictions and confines that have been placed on us outside of ourselves. And when we're consciously doing that inner work, we're consciously taking responsibility for how we feel, we then begin to call our power back to us. We then begin to act rightly, godly, in a conscious way, understanding that we are the light, we are the true power players in our life. So with all that being said, I'm feeling like that's it for the day. I'm going to go and barefoot mow my lawn right now in the back. I did the front yesterday, and I am just going to enjoy this day, and I hope that you do too. I trust that something here has been supportive to you. It was 2332 when I saw that, and that's my energy since Frank passed away in 2018. That is my number of the divine masculine. So if you are a female like myself, and you are on your own, it's important for you to know, I'm being guided back to this card, you are supported by the strong, stable energy of the righteous divine masculine, whether you have that a person in your life that is the representative of that, or whether that is not yet in your reality, and the energy you are calling in and want to experience in your life, it's right there for you now. And so really harnessing that energy. And Archangel Michael is saying that he'll be the divine masculine in your life until such time there is a sufficient suitor in your world. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So with that being said, yes, they do. I love you too. I love you too. I love all of you. And I trust that something here has been supportive. Jennifer, your name's going back in the draw again. And don't forget, subscribe, thumbs up, comment, all of that is greatly supportive, and it gets you in a draw for a free reading with me. If you'd like to be a part of the moon circle for the Cancer new moon coming up on July the 5th on Friday, please do check out my website, link in the comments down below. If you'd like a personal reading or intuitive healing session with me, again, check out the website. Lots of options there for you. So until tomorrow at 11:11, I see you, I feel you, I love you. I hope you extract the joy and magic out of this beautiful day. Until next time, take good care.